Iran's currency redenomination, 10,000 rials to one new rial. On October 5, 2025, Iran's parliament approved a long-discussed plan to redenominate the Iranian rial by removing 4 zeros, effectively making 10,000 old rials equal to one new rial, while retaining the name Rial, instead of switching to the colloquial toman. This reform addresses the currency's severe devaluation due to decades of high inflation, often exceeding 35%, and U.S. sanctions, which have pushed the exchange rate to around 1,150,000 rials per U.S. dollar on the free market. The changeover is expected to be phased in over 1 to 2 years, with new banknotes and coins introducing a gerhan subunit, where one new rial shuck 100 gerhans to simplify everyday use. This redenomination is cosmetic in nature. It doesn't alter the rial's real purchasing power or address underlying economic issues, but it aims to streamline transactions. Below is a summary of the key advantages and disadvantages, based on economic analyses and expert commentary. Aspect advantages, disadvantages, practicality and convenience, simplifies daily transactions, pricing and accounting by reducing large numbers, e.g., a 1,000 rial bill becomes 100 rials, making it easier for businesses, consumers and financial statements. This mirrors successful reforms in countries like Turkey, 2005. High implementation costs, estimated at $160 million for printing new notes, withdrawing old ones, updating ATMs, and public education, straining Iran's sanctioned economy. Psychological and perceptual impact could boost public confidence and reduce the embarrassment of handling massive denominations, potentially stabilizing velocity of money and improving the rial's image in international trade. Risks: psychological inflation. People may perceive the currency as reset and spend more freely, accelerating price rises without real economic fixes. Economic stability aligns official currency with informal use, e.g., tomans, where 1 toman, 10 rials, potentially easing informal markets and reducing errors in calculations amid hyperinflation. Doesn't solve root causes like persistent inflation, monetary mismanagement, or sanctions. Could mask deeper issues leading to short-term instability or failed implementation as seen in past Iranian proposals, e.g. 2010-2011 plans shelved. Long-term effects may facilitate broader reforms, e.g. central bank independence, if paired with fiscal discipline, enhancing global perception of Iran's economy. Critics argue it won't restore the rial's prestige or value, only structural changes can. Similar efforts in Zimbabwe and Venezuela failed without reforms, potentially eroding trust further. In summary, while the redenomination offers short-term relief for usability, experts emphasize it must be accompanied by anti-inflation measures to avoid pitfalls. For more on implementation timelines or comparisons to other countries, let me know. No, the redenomination of the Iranian rial, removing 4 zeros so 10,000 old rials, sulker 1 new rial, does not make the rial stronger compared to the US dollar. This reform is purely a cosmetic or numerical adjustment. It simplifies everyday transactions by dealing with smaller numbers but does not change the rial's underlying purchasing power or exchange rate. Here's a quick breakdown: why it doesn't strengthen the rial. Exchange rate remains the same. Before the change, the black market rate is approximately 1,150,000 old rials per US dollar. After redenomination, this would become about 115 new rials per US dollar, a stronger numerical value, but it reflects the exact same economic reality. The rial buys the same amount of goods or dollars, only the label changes. No impact on real value. As Iranian MP Hossein Samsami noted, a national currency's prestige isn't revived by removing 4 zeros. Instead, that can only be done by strengthening the real value of the currency. The root causes of weakness: high inflation, over 35% annually, US sanctions and economic mismanagement, persist unchanged. Historical precedents: similar redenomination or Zimbabwe succeeded only when paired with broader reforms. In Iran, without fiscal discipline or sanctions relief, it risks accelerating inflation through psychological effects, e.g., people spending more freely, assuming a reset. Potential short-term effects: while not strengthening the rial, it could indirectly help by boosting public confidence through easier handling of money, e.g., a 1,000 Rial bill becomes 100 new Rials, aligning official use with informal practices, like the toman, where 1 toman 10 old Rials. In essence, the Rial's strength against the dollar depends on economic stability, not number crunching. For real appreciation of Iran, would need policies to curb inflation and ease sanctions. If you'd like current exchange rates, comparisons to other currencies, or updates on implementation, let me know.